All righty. Welcome to a little bit of Pilates. We're going to start with a little bit of standing work just to get things moving a little bit standing. I want you today, we're going to do a little bit. I'm trying to make a decision. You know what? Let's go to something familiar. So I just want you to line up your feet 100% with each other, right under your hips. And remember, our hips are not the outside of our body. Our hips are about 4 to 5 inches apart. I want you to press the center of the foot into the floor. Once you get the feet organized, push out through the top of the head. And notice that starts to cause a little bit of tensioning through the legs, a little tensioning through the core. You might feel some tensioning in your neck if your neck's a little stiff. We're going to try not to let that be too much of an issue. And we're just going to go into our Pilates breath. Remember, our Pilates breath is a little slower and deeper than our regular breath. You're going to exhale through your mouth because that helps the core fire. And if your shoulders are relaxed as you're doing this breath and keeping this down up, feeling kind of like your core is a tube of toothpaste that's being squeezed and energy is going 2 different ways. As you're doing that breath, if your shoulders are relaxed, your arms will slightly move away from the body on the inhale and move back towards the body on the exhale. Now let's amplify those arms. So inhale, lift, exhale, drop. Inhale, lift, exhale, drop. And it doesn't matter how high you lift your arms. It's more about a strong exhale and a strong drop through the arms to get the core firing a little harder. One more here. Now, from here, we're going to do our standing imprint. So I want you to bring your hands to the front of your legs, little knee bend, straight line from your head to your tail. Inhale to imprint, exhale neutral. Inhale, imprint, exhale neutral. If you're having a hard time getting that low back moving today, a little press of your hands into your legs will get it moving because that's all our imprint is. It's just a low back movement, pelvis movement. Now one more here, imprint and release. Now stand up a little straighter, keep your knees soft, and let's go to a little bit of a side to side sway through those hips just to see how much they want to move today. Breathing. Now, if we lean forward, they'll move more. We don't want to lean forward. We're trying to keep our shoulders over our hips. Now, let's try this in turn out as well. So step your feet a little wider, bend your knees, go back to that side to side shift through your hips. And just notice if this feels smoother or maybe stiffer than the other does. And maybe as you're doing this, it gets a little softer as you're playing. Let's turn your knees and toes in. Soft knees again, a little side to side shift through the hips. And go, okay, do the inward rotators wanna let go? Because they're right out in here on the outside of your hip, right? And if they're really stiff, which they are for a lot of us, this will help. Let's bring your feet back to parallel. Step 1 foot forward, soft knees, a little side to side shift through the hip here with the 1 foot forward. What does that feel like? Does it feel really unbalanced or not? Then step your other foot forward, soft knees, back to that side to side shift. Breathing. And let's just come back to our feet being parallel with each other. We're just going to go to our pendulum arms. So just a little swing through the arms like you're going for a walk. Let your chest turn towards the back arm and play with dropping the arms and seeing how much they want to bounce up. So you're not thinking lift, you're letting your chest turn enough that you're looking towards the wall behind you. There's a little bounce through the knee on that too, right? We're not keeping them stiff. And then I want you to take that pendulum in front of you and just see how much the tissue wants to bounce the arms back up again. So it's drop and bounce back up again. Breathing. One more to each side here. And we're going to do our little balance game here. Now, I had somebody who I was teaching last week say to me, "Oh, you're working," or maybe it was 2 weeks ago, "Oh, you're working super hard doing this, and I don't work so hard." And she said, "Why is that?" And the thing is that we're trying to do this with a bit of a soft knee so that we get the balancing mechanism in your foot to do a little wobble through your ankle. You actually want that wobble. So, right, you're going to make sure you're not gripping in your bum and thighs. That helps unlock your knee. Then you're going to bring one knee forward and just pop your foot off the floor and hold for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. We're going to do the other side. So you might have noticed that wobble in my knee. You want that happening, yeah? So, because that's balancing, right? We're helping the balancing mechanism figure things out. So, right? Not tighten the bum and thighs. So that knee is unlocked. I'm not bending it, it's just unlocked. Bring your other knee forward. Pick your foot up. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's just do that one more time on each side. So, right, things are soft, so the knee is unlocked. Bring your knee forward. Pick it up. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Other side, right? Things are soft, knee forward. So, and pop your foot up. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. We're going to go down onto our hands and knees to do a little bit of cat stretch. And I just want to talk a little bit more about that idea of figuring out balancing with a soft knee, right? If you are walking down the street and you lose your balance, right? You're not going to instinctively lock your knee out to help you balance, right? So having that soft knee helps you be okay in lots of different circumstances. So, right, we're on our hands and knees. Hands are shoulder distance apart, knees are sit bone distance apart. Back of your head matches the back of your shoulders. Take an inhale. Exhale, point your tail at the floor, scoop your back up to the ceiling. Take an inhale into your back. And exhale, flatten back out again. Take an inhale. Exhale, point your tailbone down, scoop your belly button in, rounding your back up to the ceiling. Inhale, can you feel the back of the ribs expand? And flatten back out again. Exhale, round. Inhale. And flatten back out again. One more here. Exhale as you round. Inhale. And flatten back out again. Now, just to warm things up a little bit more on the side body, just swing your hips from side to side. Breathing, I don't care how you breathe on this. Does it feel tighter in your hips being on your knees than it did when you were standing? Or does it feel looser, right? This is a different relationship of your thigh bone to your hip. Let's go on to our backs. Now, if you like something under your head to help you have your neck and shoulders be in neutral, grab it, pop it under your head. I'm just using like a dollar store garden kneeler for that. And let's have your feet within the width of your body. And we're just gonna see if we can find neutral spine right now, right? So when we're in neutral, tail is heavy, low back is light, ribs are heavy, shoulder blades aren't digging into the floor. If they are, you're actually arching your back, yeah? Now from here, just want you to bring your hands up in front of your chest, palms are facing each other, and you're just gonna inhale, reach your fingertips forward towards the ceiling. Exhale, draw the shoulder blades back. Inhale, protract, coming forward. Exhale, come back to neutral. Now you'll notice as you come forward, there's a tensioning or compression in the front of your chest, and come back to neutral. So compression is a better word, right? The tissue compresses. As you come back to neutral, the tension in the front of the back of your upper back becomes more equal, right? Forward and neutral. So when we come back, we're looking to get rid of that sense of compression as we come back. One more here, forward and neutral. Now let's keep those shoulders in neutral. Couple of reaches of the arms towards the floor above your head. Bring your hands up in front of your chest. You're going to exhale as you reach back. Inhale, hands in front of your chest. Remember, as you reach back, the part of your back below your bra line stays on the floor. Hands in front of your chest. One more here. Exhale, reaching back and in front of your chest. Now, let's just rest your hands like either on your belly or on the floor, whatever's comfortable for you. We're just going to move on to a couple of head nods. So, right, sense the weight of the back of your head on the floor or whatever it's on. And as you inhale, you're going to do a tiny nod. And then you're going to exhale, come back to neutral. Inhale, nod. Exhale, release. Nod. And release. Now, as you nod, top of the head reaches away from the top of the shoulders. One more here. And release. Let's go back to the shoulders for a moment. So I want your arms alongside your body, palms facing inwards, arms are lifted a little bit away from the floor. Now, right, is your upper back and upper chest equal in tension? Inhale, slide your shoulders towards your ears. Exhale, slide towards your heels. Inhale, up towards your ears. Exhale, down towards your heels. Feeling nice and wide across those collarbones as you go up and down. And what we're looking for is this gentle sense of compression right below the shoulder blades in your back as you take those shoulders down. That's a more neutral shoulder. Lots of times we like to live with the shoulders up, particularly when the weather's chilly. Let's go to our ab prep. So you're gonna pop your hands behind your head. You're gonna have your elbows at that 45-degree angle because that's the best place to have both the shoulders and the ribs in neutral. Sense the weight of the head in your hands. Inhale, do your little nod. Exhale, curl up to look at your knees. Inhale, hold. And exhale, back down again. Inhale, nod. Exhale, curl up. Now, as you curl up, between your bra line and your belly button gets heavy on the floor. As you come down, try to keep it on the floor. It'll feel lighter, but you're trying to keep it on the floor. Inhale, nod. Exhale, curl. Low back is still light, so pelvis is heavy. And back down again. Two more. Exhale as you curl up. Inhale. Exhale, back down again. One more. Exhale as you curl up. Inhale. And exhale, back down again. We're going to go into our bellies for a little bit of breaststroke prep. Doing our little back extension. So, right, you're going to have your hands beside your head. You're going to be resting on the middle of your breastbone. You're going to have from fingertip to elbow on the floor. Legs close together. Kneecaps pointing down. Little tension in the abdominals. You're going to inhale, slide your shoulder blades down your back towards your heels. Exhale, use your back muscles to lift your upper chest away from the floor. Inhale, hold. And exhale, back down again. Inhale, slide your shoulder blades. Exhale, lifting up. Inhale, hold. And exhale, back down again. Inhale, slide your shoulder blades. Exhale, coming up. So there's compression in your back as you go up and tension in your chest. And back down again. One more here. Inhale. Exhale, up. Inhale. And exhale, back down again. Let's go to our breaststroke prep number 2. So arms alongside the body, palms facing the ceiling, little tension in your abdominals. Inhale, turn your palms inwards to face your thighs. Exhale, reach out the top of the head, lifting up. Inhale, hold. And exhale, release forward. Inhale, turn your palms inwards. Exhale, lift. Inhale, hold. Exhale, back down again. One more here. Inhale, turn the palms in. Exhale, lift. Inhale, hold. And down. Let's pop your hands under your forehead. Belly buttons in. Inhale, slide your shoulders away from your ears. Exhale, lifting your head away from your arms. Inhale, hold. And exhale down. Inhale, slide your shoulder blades. Exhale, lift. Inhale, hold. And exhale down. One more here. Inhale. Exhale, lift. Inhale, hold. And down. Let's go into our shell stretch. So, right, we can either lift up, sit back over your heels, rounding out your back, scooping your belly button in, or you can always lay on your back and hug your knees into your chest. But remember, if you're doing the hug your knees into your chest and you have a sore hip, you're better off having your knees a little bit apart for that. Well, side to side rock is always nice in either of these two positions. And we'll take one more nice deep breath while we're here. And we're going to go on to our 100. Now, right? The 100 is right, that exercise with 100 breaths in it. If you like something under your head for this exercise, well, just when you lay on your back, it's always a nice thing to have it, even for the setup of the 100, particularly because you might put your head down partway through. So, right, if your neck is sore, head stays down, low back is sore, feet stay down. I'm going to call it like we're lifting everything. So I just want you to take an inhale to prepare. Exhale, find your imprint. Then you're going to lift one leg at a time up to that tabletop position. If you're taking them up, squeeze the legs together. Inhale, nod. Exhale, curling up. And go in, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 10. 5, out. 20, in. Out. 30, in. Out. 40, in. Out. 50, in. Out. 60, in. Out. 70, in. Out. 80, in. Out. 90, in. Out. 100. And we're going to come on down, hug our knees into our chest. Now, if you didn't lift your feet because you have a sore back, particularly if you have disc issues, just leave your feet on the floor. And we can rock our knees side to side here, whether we have our feet on the floor or have our knees hugged into our chest. And remember, if you're prone to hip pain, you don't want to squeeze those knees together. You're going to let them be a little bit open, puts less pressure on the hip. So, right, let's come up off our backs and we're going to do a little bit of half roll back. So I want you to just bend your legs and have them tight together. And let's just bend forward and bring our hands over our legs, bring our hands down towards our ankles. And take a couple of breaths there and just notice where things are tight today. And we're going to see if we can make our back a little rounder. So, right, how do we do that? We pull our pube bone towards our belly button using deep core muscles, push out through the back of the ribs. So you might get further away from your legs. Remember, if that's bugging the back of your neck, your head's hung too low, lift it up so the back of the head matches the back of the shoulders, and lift your arms up so they're parallel to the floor. Shoulder blades ideally kind of feel like a waterfall going down your back. Take an inhale to prepare here. Exhale, rock back on your bum. And inhale, rock forward. Exhale, rock back. And inhale forward. Now, part of what's tricky about this is you're trying to keep that round back shape as you rock backwards and forwards. Exhale, rock back. Inhale, rock forward. Exhale, rock back. So pubic bones pulled towards your belly button the whole time. 2 more. Exhale, back. Inhale, forward. 1 more here, back and forward. We're going to go down onto our backs for a little bit of, actually, You know what? Let's stay up for a moment. Change my mind. I want to go straight to spine twist today. So, right where we're going to go from here is let's just do a little bit of arm work before we go to our spine twist. And remember, for spine twist, legs can be crossed, they can be diamonds, they can be straight. If they're straight, they're right tight together. You can sit on a yoga block for this because, right, remember, we want to have that nice lift out of our low back, not be all collapsed down. For our arms today, all we're going to do is take the arms out to the side. If you look straight forward and wiggle your fingers, ideally you can see them out of your peripheral vision, otherwise you got them behind you. And then we're going to do little circles here, going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, reverse 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, reverse 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, reverse last time 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good, just kind of shake that out, yeah. And we're going to go to our spine twist. For our spine twist, we can either have the arms straight or have your hands against your ribs just to help you feel where your rib cage is today. You want to feel nice and tall at the top of the head. Your collarbones are nice and wide, and those shoulder blades are like a waterfall going down your back, a little tensioning in the core. And we're going to use 3 inhales to turn today, going in, 2, 3, exhale, center, other side. 2, 3, exhale, center. Now, if this inhale feels terrible, you can always switch it to the exhale. In, 2, 3, exhale, center, looking at your back hand. 2, 3, exhale, center, other side. 2, 3, and center. We're going to do a little bit of spine stretch forward. So, right, legs are either straight with the feet shoulder distance apart, or you're in your diamond legs. Your back is against an imaginary wall behind you. And here's a great place to practice that idea of not having compression in the front of the chest, and that creates tension in the back. We're trying to get it that their compression and tension in the front and the back of the body are equal. See if you can find it every time you sit up. You're going to take an inhale to prepare. You're going to exhale, start with your head rounding forward, scoop your belly button in. Top of the head, forehead aims for your knees. Take an inhale. Exhale, back up again. So the pelvis doesn't really move in this exercise. Exhale, rounding forward like you're going over a railing above your belly button. Inhale. Exhale, come all the way back up again. Does everything feel equal? Exhale as you go down. Inhale. Exhale, coming back up again. One more like this. Exhale down. And back up again. Let's go to your 2 breath on this. Exhale, round forward. Inhale up. Exhale, round forward. Inhale up. One more, rounding forward and up. Lift your arms up so they're parallel to the floor. So can you find that sense that everything feels equal front to back through that upper chest area? Of course, there's some support in the core. 2 breath on this, reaching over your feet. Exhale as you round forward, inhale up. So not to your feet, over them and back up again. Exhale, round. Inhale up. Exhale, round. Inhale up. One more round and up. Now we're going on to our backs. We're going to do a slow roll down to get there today. I want your legs bent. I want your arms out. I want you to find that C curve we found earlier and feel like the shoulder blades are a waterfall going down your back. Now I want you to sense the weight of your heels into the floor. They will lighten as you go back, but you're trying to keep a connection to them because it will help with this exercise. 10, count to go down. Take an inhale to prepare. Exhale, rolling back. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. When you're down here, we're going to stay down and we're going to go to a little bit of oblique work. So, right, pop your hands behind your head again. Elbows are at that 45-degree angle. Now, right, so in other words, not flat and not pointing straight up at the ceiling. If you want to make this harder, find your imprint, lift your legs to tabletop. Sense the weight of your head in your hands. Inhale, little nod. Exhale, curl. Inhale. Exhale, rotate. Inhale, center. Other side, center, down. Exhale, curl up. Rotate. Other side, and back down again. Exhale, curl up. Inhale. Exhale, rotate. Other side. And back down again. 2 more. Exhale, curl up. Inhale. Exhale, rotate. Other side. And back down again. 1 more. Exhale, curl up. Inhale. Exhale, rotate. Other side. And back down again. Now, if you have your feet up, let's put them down. You're going to take your elbows wide. We'll just do a little bit of a stretch for our chest here by rocking your knees side and center and side and center. Now, here's the fun thing. If your hips are quite tight, this will give you a stretch in your hip too, and that's not a terrible thing. But you might notice if you get your knees far enough over, you get a nice little sort of pull through the chest. You want it to kind of feel like you're pulling taffy, right? So we want to be gentle with it. Because if we're abrupt, our body's self-defense mechanism kicks in and it'll stiffen, right? So that whole thing where we really push hard into a stretch, that's why they don't work super good, because the self-defense mechanism says, forget you, yeah? Now, let's go to just a little bit of core work, keeping the back in neutral. So, right, you're gonna have your legs bent, your feet within the width of the body, feel the weight in the back of the pelvis. So, right, in other words, your feet ideally feel a little lighter than your pelvis right now. Low back feels light, back of the ribs heavy. Bring your hands up in front of your chest, straight arms, palms facing each other, kind of like you're holding a box. Are your shoulders in neutral? Now, take an inhale, exhale. Let's lift one leg up to tabletop. Take an inhale. As you go back down again, your knee reaches away from you to get your foot on the floor. Exhale, lift back up again. Take an inhale. Now, as you go down, is your back staying in neutral or are you arching? Exhale, lift. Are you imprinting? We don't want that. And back down again. Now we're going to do an add-on. Exhale, lift up. Inhale here. Exhale, reach your legs straight. Inhale, bend. Exhale, reach your legs straight. Inhale, bend. Back of the ribs are still resting on the floor. And put your foot down. Let's do the other side. Take an inhale. Exhale, slowly lift that leg up. Take an inhale. Now exhale, right? Your knee goes away from you to get your foot on the floor. Inhale. Exhale, knee comes towards you as you lift the leg to tabletop. Inhale. Exhale. Put the foot back down again. Are you still in neutral? One more here. And let's add on. Exhale, straighten. Inhale, bend. Exhale, straighten. Inhale, bend. 2 more here. Straighten. And bend. 1 more. Straighten. And bend. And place your foot down. And rest your arms down. Let's just do a little bit of a side-to-side rock through the knees. We're going to move on to our shoulder bridge to just stretch out any tension we just put in the front of the hips. So if you have something under your head, lose it. Feet are within the width of the body. We're keeping our back straight for this exercise. Now remember, what starts the lift is a push of the feet into the floor. So you're just going to take an inhale to prepare. Exhale, press your feet in the floor. Lift up till the front of the hip is flat. Take an inhale and exhale back down again. Inhale. Exhale, press your feet in the floor and lift, stacking your knees over your ankles. Inhale. Exhale, back down again. Inhale. Exhale, lift. Inhale. And exhale, back down again. Now, we're going to play a little bit with rotation on this today. So I want you to turn your knees and toes out, lift your butt up off the floor, turn your knees and toes in, and put your butt down. Turn out, lift, turn in, down. Breathe, lift, turn in, down, turn out, lift, turn in, and down. Now we're going to reverse that. So we're turned in, we're going to lift, turn out, down, turn in, lift, turn out, down, turn in, lift, turn out, down, one more, turn in, lift, turn out, and down. Good. Now from here, all we're going to do is we're just going to pop onto our front to do a little bit of work on the back of the body. And we're just going to have our legs close together with our kneecaps pointing down, our belly button in. This looks vaguely familiar, right? Hands beside your head. It's like we're going to do our breaststroke prep again. But we're going to just do a little bit of single arm movement. So I want you to use your back muscles to lift your nose off the floor, and you'll notice as you do that, your shoulder blades kind of slide down your back like a waterfall. Lift one arm up off the floor, straighten your arm like you're trying to touch the wall above your head, bend your arm, put it down. Other arm lifts, straighten, bend, down. Breathe, lift, straighten, bend, down. This doesn't have a real specific breath pattern on it. It is from the fascial release workout that I trained in last spring. One more on each side here. And rest. Let's just pop your hands under your forehead. And we're going to go to a little bit of our heel squeeze. So, sorry, I forgot the name for a moment. So knees open to a V shape, bend your legs and bring your heels together. Your belly button's in, your shoulders out of your ears. If you feel like your pubic bone is pressing hard into the floor, your back is actually slightly arched and your belly is lax. So what you want to do is pull your pubic bone forward towards the floor. That gets some tensioning in your bum and your belly. And then from here, you're just going to press a little harder, heel to heel, and release that. Exhale, squeeze. Inhale, release. Exhale, squeeze. Inhale, release. Exhale, squeeze and release. Two more here, squeeze and release. Are you tightening your neck? You don't have to. And release. Good. Straighten out your legs. Bring them back to a more parallel position. And all we're going to do from here is a little bit of single leg extension. And remember, we're looking to feel where your thigh and your butt activate, not the whole butt cheek. It will have a certain amount of activity, but right, if you have a tendency to have a lot of tension in your upper bum, if you get the lower fibers right near your thigh more active, it will help with that tension issue and help bring some of the pain out of your low back. So, right, belly button's in, shoulders out of your ears. Now to help us really target where that thigh and butt meet, I want you to pull your pubic bone forward a little bit. Your thigh will not come off the floor as you do this exercise. It's an inhale. Exhale, reach one leg out to lift. Inhale, hold. Exhale, down. Same side. Inhale, pubic bone forward. Exhale, lift. You feel tensioning right where your thigh and your butt meet. And back down again, or maybe compression is a better word. Pubic bone forward. And lift. And down, one more here. Inhale, pubic bone forward. Exhale, lift. Inhale. And down. Let's go to the other side. So inhale, pubic bone forward. Exhale, lift. Inhale, hold. Exhale, down. Inhale, pubic bone forward. Exhale, lift. And down. Now it's okay that they feel different side to side. Let's lift that leg back up again. And down. One more here. Do you feel a sense of compression right where your thigh and your butt meet? And release. Good. Let's just rock your hips side to side for a moment, because that helps loosen things off. And then let's just push back into our shell stretch. So right, either lay on your back, draw your knees in, or sit back over your heels. On a rock side to side here. Regardless if you are in the position on your back or on your knees. Breathing. So, right, we should do a little bit of side leg work. We're going to come onto our sides, and we're just going to be a straight line from our head to our feet today. Hips are stacked, shoulders are stacked, a little tensioning in the core. And part of what creates that tensioning in the core is you want to make sure that your top leg is reached away from you enough that the side of your waist comes off the floor, but not the side of your ribs. The other thing is that you want to make sure, like if you're having a hard time having the waist off and the ribs down, is it might be that you're rolled too far back on in your pelvis. So just think about rolling that top hip forward a little bit, and that might help those ribs sit a little better, right? Because that ASIS point is going to angle down, not straight out at the wall in front of you. And that's that pointy bit right here on the front of your pelvis. Now, all we're going to do from here is just lift your leg up, flex your foot, bring it down, point your foot. You're going to inhale as you go up, and you're going to exhale as you go down. Inhale up, exhale down. Now, ideally, the whole time you're doing this, the side of your waist is off the floor and the side of your ribs stay on the floor. So it's not about lifting your leg high. That's going to drop my waist into the floor. It's about trying to keep the pelvis quiet as you move the leg. One more here. Inhale up and exhale down. Now we're going to try a little bit of staggered leg today. You're going to lift your top leg up, lift your bottom leg to meet it, take them both down. Now, if that really hurt on the outside of your hip that you're laying on, you have your pelvis rolled too far back. You're going to lift your top leg up, lift the bottom leg to meet it, and down. Inhale, lift, exhale, squeeze your legs together and down. Hand on your leg makes it harder than having your fingertips on the floor. Inhale, lift, exhale, squeeze, and down. Now let's do 3 of the double legs. So exhale, lift, inhale, down, exhale, lift, inhale, down. Just one more of those, lift and down. Beautiful. Let's do this on the other side. So, right, we're going to be a straight line from our head to our feet, right? We're going to have our top leg reached away so the side of the waist is off the floor, but not so far that the side of the ribs lift. Also, think about that top hip rolling forward. So, right, this is your greater trochanter on the outside of your thigh bone. You want to feel like you're more on the front of it than the side of it. You're going to lift your top leg up, flex your foot, bring it down, point your foot. You're going to inhale, lift, and exhale down. Remember, we're working on the side of the waist staying off the floor and the side of the ribs staying on the floor. Inhale up, exhale down. Inhale up, exhale down. 2 more up and down. Last one up and down. Staggered leg. You're going to inhale, lift your top leg, exhale, lift your bottom leg and down. Feel how one side feels way more coordinated than the other. This side, I always feel like, oh, I really have to find my core a little bit more so that I don't wobble around quite so much. Up, squeeze, and down. Because remember, I'm trying to keep my pelvis still as I move my legs. Inhale, lift, exhale, squeeze, and down. One more here, up, squeeze, and down. Double leg lift, exhale, lift, inhale, down. Are your knees together as you lift? And down. Just one more here, lift, and down, and rest. We're gonna do just a quick little release on that. So I want you to pop onto your back. If you'd like something under your head, you can have it under your head right now. You're going to step your feet to the width of your mat if you're on a mat. And then ease one knee into the middle and bring it up. Ease your other knee into the middle and bring it back up again. And remember, when we're playing with this, that we want to have a sense of moving softly to help the tissue soften, that we don't move in such a way that we get that self-defense mechanism of our body to kick in and stiffen things more, right? Because if you kind of punch into something stiff, the body reacts by stiffening it more. Yeah, one more to each side like this. And then we're going to flip onto our tummies and do a little bit of swan dive prep, getting that bigger back extension in. And remember, when you come up in this exercise, you're trying to get your ASIS points off the floor, those that part of our pelvis that we think of as a hip bone, the pointy bit on the front. We're not gluing that down. That puts a lot of pressure in the low back. So right, hands beside your head, elbows on the floor, legs open to a V shape, but not as wide as your mat. Keep your feet narrower than that. And then see if you can find the muscles in your bum to pull your heels towards the middle. And if you can sense something tightening, kind of right where your thigh and your butt meet, that kind of compression feeling there, you found them. You're going to try and keep them doing that as you do your back extension. So you're going to inhale, slide your shoulders away from your ears. Exhale, come up onto your elbows, then use your arms and your bum to come higher. Inhale, hold, and exhale back down again. Inhale, slide your shoulder blades. Exhale, lifting up. You'll feel the compression increase where your thigh and your butt meet. And back down again. Inhale, slide your shoulder blades. Exhale, coming up. Inhale. Exhale, back down again. One more here. Inhale, slide your shoulder blades. Exhale, coming up. Inhale, hold. Exhale, down. Now I want to do 3 more on your 2 breaths. So just inhale, up. Exhale, down. Inhale, up. Exhale, down. One more here, up and down. Last shell stretch for the class. So right, lift yourself up. Sit back over your heels, rounding out your back, or flipping onto your back and hugging your knees into your chest. Little rock and roll side to side. Breathing. And if you're on your knees, you can play with the rock and roll being through your shoulders or maybe your head, because everything's connected. You will get a release. But it's more amplified depending on what you're doing. Yeah, so right, last little game before we call it a class, because it's always nice. We're gonna just do a little bit of mermaids. So I want you sitting up. I'm gonna cross my legs the other way because I always cross them that way. Right legs could be crossed, they could be diamond. You just want to make sure you're sitting up straight. You could be on a chair, right? But you want a bit of a wide stance with your legs to help you not tip over. Hands beside you, feel your sit bones on the floor, reach out the top of your head, inhale, lift your arm up. Exhale, side bend, keeping both sit bones on the floor. Inhale, up to the ceiling. Exhale, take your arm down. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, side bend. Inhale, up. Exhale, release. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, side bend. Notice that my arm is nowhere near my head. I kind of frame my head with my arm. And as I side bend, reach towards the wall, not the floor. Up and release. Inhale, lift. Exhale, side bend. Inhale, up and release. Last one here. Exhale, side bend. Inhale, up and release. Now give yourself a nice big hug, because we all need one these days. Well, we always need hugs. And I just want you to round forward through your upper back. Keep supporting in your abdominals. Couple of breaths here. Into your upper back. Can you feel the space between your shoulder blades expand on your inhale? And relax on your exhale. Do one more breath here. And then let your arms unravel down towards your legs. Let's do 3 more breaths here. And on that last exhale, we'll stack our spine back up again. I'm calling us done for today. Thank you for coming and hanging out with me. And I hope to see you again real soon.